Tonight we're making tater tot casserole, guys. This one is a pretty easy one. You're going to get your onion diced up. Make sure you dice it up relatively small because we're going to get that into the skillet first with a little bit of olive oil. I like to get these onions reduced down pretty good, almost to where they're translucent. And of course, we're seasoning them with the SPGP salt, pepper, garlic powder. We got to season our onions first. Once they get to about that color, that's the way I like them. I'm going to hit it with the lean ground beef. This is 90-10 ground beef that I get from Sam's Club. And we're going to get this good and chopped up here. And I'm going to let it sit for a little bit, try to get a nice little good char on it. We want to make sure this gets cooked down all the way to the point to where there's basically no pink visible. Once we get to this point, I like to go ahead and season the meat and the same trinity that I always use, salt, pepper, garlic powder. We're going to get that seasoned up pretty good. Get this stirred around, and like I said, again, we're getting to the point where there's basically no pink. We are going to bake this off in the oven, so it's not going to be the end of the world if it's not all pink, but we want to get that fat out of the skillet, and we're going to go in with about a tablespoon there of garlic, maybe a little bit less than that. 35-40 seconds for that. You don't want to burn the garlic. Then some Worcestershire sauce. Get that stirred up real good, and then we're going to hit it with a can of condensed chicken soup.
So good and tasty.
I know the way that looks, but let's just go with it, guys. Want to go ahead and get this stirred up in there, and I got my pan basically on low or turned off at this point. It's still really hot, but I just want to get that stirred up because then we're going to dump it into your 9x13 casserole dish here, or whatever you want to call that. Get it flattened out all the way across, and then you're going to cover it with some cheese. We like using Colby Jack. I guess you can use whatever you want. And we're just going to kind of put a nice little layer on the top of the meat. And once we get that filled up, well, of course, we're going to have to pay the cheese tax to Frank. There he is waiting. He's looking at me like, why did you only give me that much? And then we're going to hit it with the tater tots because this is tater tot casserole. I like to line mine up. Maybe it's just the OCD in me, but I think it looks better. Get that lined up. We'll get it in the oven, 350, about 40 minutes, and bam! I did broil it for a couple minutes to make sure it gets nice and crispy on top. Check out that bite. Oh, this is good. Tater tot casserole. Cheers. So good. Yeah, but folks, this one's a pretty easy one. Your kids will like it. Here it is plated up. I like mine with some diced pickled jalapenos and barbecue sauce, but you can do it however you want. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Give me a like and follow, and I'll see you all next time.